Goal line. Irvine. Williams looking for runners. Throws the dummy to Azatazi, taken on 5. Right in front of the post. Last tackle here for South. Irvine out of acting half. Here's a chance. Must score. Fayalongo. Straight past Bad Ty, who's had a start of the game that he'd rather forget. And the Rabbitohs lead 4-0 with a kick to come. But Wayne Pearce, that was too easy. To play the football. They're a couple of metres away. Can the Knights hit straight back? Here's Mullen now. Ball on the outside to Patterson. He's held up there by Dean Witters. Peachy coming in to assist another couple of Rabbitohs. Joe Williams, one of them. Shane Rigg on the other. Going down a very short blind. The ball from Badiris to Kurt Gidley was an absolute ripper. Danny Badiris, outstanding. Gidley ran the hole and the Knights hit straight back.
He made it look simple in the end, Danny Badiris, and it came from the mistake. Rabbitohs looking to hit the ball up. Peter Cusack on that occasion. It was a good solid tackle. Steve Simpson involved. And Badiris, he makes it look simple, but what he does, he takes 2 steps out, drags in the South defenders. Dean Witters was dragged in and exposed Joe Williams. They were trying to isolate Joe Williams, a small defender on his line. And, well, that was just great play by Badiris and good finishing by Kurt Gidley in the end.
They're deep and wide to the left, the Rabbitohs. They go that way. Joe Williams has a Tazi penalty. He ran behind him. Has to be a penalty.
3.
He was tackled. Danny Badiris screaming at the referee. Now here's Irvine to Peachy. Now Witters. Witters throws the ball, dummies and will score. But it should have been a penalty. Here comes Danny Badiris. He awards the try, but why wasn't it an obstruction? Here comes Danny Badiris to ask the same question that we're asking. I wonder what the answer will be from the referee. Dean Witters has got the try, though.
What's happened there is Danny, he has gone just behind him. He's surrendered in the tackle. Okay, so he's gained no advantage.
I've seen 15 of those versions.
Okay, Danny, if I deem there's no advantage game, there's no advantage. Right?
That's the rule. Even if you come behind him.
He stopped, mate. That's it.
Williams, ball to Fayalongo into an enormous gap, although we're going to check it.
Paddy, this will be 4. Please check this grounding for me, please, mate.
Going to check the grounding, but David Fayalongo, the hole was enormous.
And once again, the problem is the defensive line of Newcastle not numbering up, and we can see this.
He may have dropped that.
Well, you slow it down frame by frame and it looks a bit dodgy. But from my point of view, I think there's contact with their hand.
It's a big call here. First ever decision as a video referee for Pat Reynolds. Will he get it right or wrong, Junior? He says no try, 20-metre restart. David Peachy, 5 metres away from the line. Woolner to Mullen. Long ball, putting Ty under pressure. Gets away from Hegarty. McManus for the corner, and McManus will score. Well, Brad Ty had an ordinary start to the game, but he's redeemed himself there. That was a pressure ball from Jared Mullen. He did well to put James McManus over in the corner, and the Knights are back.
Yeah, strong hit back there from the Knights, and Jared Mullen, who stepped up into the playmaker's role, no Andrew Johns again in the future, sees the opportunity out wide, sees there's a 3-on-2 opportunity. Brad Ty does well also to step inside the defender and put James McManus away. Brad Ty had plenty of work to do there, gets away from Shannon Hegarty and puts McManus into some open space to go over and score the try. But how good also a finisher is James McManus. Game after game in his debut season, he finishes superbly. Brad Ty does exceptionally well here. And the Knights, they strike back because at the other end they'll...
Here the blind side for the Rabbitohs. They go the open. There's only one defender for Newcastle. Peachy gets away from Abraham, and Nigel Vangana scores the try. After the mistake from McManus is punished, as quick as you'd like from the Rabbitohs, Nigel Vangana crosses, and South Sydney extends its lead. 21 metres out from the line. Badiris out of acting half. Has a Tazi there, wraps him up 10 metres away, right in centre field. Kurt Gidley in an acting half. Badiris after a penalty. Now Jared Mullen. It comes to Ty. They must score. Surely he's over Brad Ty. This time they've got it, or did he lose the ball? The referee is going to award the try. Brad Ty scores the try. Newcastle back in it. The Rabbitohs just keep making too many mistakes and inviting the Knights back into the game.
They look dangerous when they go wide, the Knights, and on this occasion, once again, was Jared Mullen. Great long ball out to Ty, and Ty creates a situation. It was a 2-on-1. He could have given it to McManus. McManus would have scored, but he elects to take Shannon Hegarty on and comes up with the try. But it was just getting on the outside of those defenders, gets on the outside of John Sutton, comes up with the try, and Jason Taylor.
This game winds down. Just needs one missed tackle. Abraham to Simpson. Simpson still going, Steve Simpson. Dragging Jeremy Smith with him. Last tackle here for Newcastle. Badiris to Mullen. Little kick. Here comes Kurt Gidley. He was gifted it from David Peachy. Can you believe it? Gavin Badger's going to check it. Not sure what for. Maybe an offside.
And I think that's all he can check for is the onside, but perfectly weighted kick. Gidley has thoroughly deserved this try because he's been looking and probing on the edge of the ruck. There's no problems there with the onside. Caught Peachy slightly out of position. Peachy couldn't get there, and well, that's a try. Kurt Gidley. You can see not a problem with Gidley's onside there. And Mullins weights the kick perfectly, positions it perfectly. Peachy gets impeded slightly by the goalposts. And as I said, Kurt Gidley had an outstanding game. He's been probing on the edges.
How did he put it down? Let's see how he puts it down.
Yep, you're not going to tell me
I'm just asking because he's obviously looking at the put down.
Oh, that's a green light. That's a try.
Back-to-back tries here for the Knights.
And it's off the back of, once again, errors. Compounding errors from South Sydney have given Newcastle the possession, and there it is, green light, another try.
So Kurt Gidley gets himself a double to put the Knights in the lead for the first time in the match.
In South Sydney to make the mistakes.
Here's Woolnough over the 30, still dragging players. Witters and Azatazi finally bring him to ground. Last tackle, field goal attempt. Kurt Gidley, it's on its way. It's on its way. It's there. He's kicked it. He's kicked the field goal, Kurt Gidley. They took it early. 10 minutes remaining. It's 7 the difference. Have they gone off too early?
No, I think this is exactly what the doctor ordered. Real big boost for the Knights and a real blow in the guts for South Sydney because they were looking flat. Their body language has dropped, the Rabbitohs, and they really need to get their hands on the football in decent field position. They need to force an error on this set.